there friends, in today's video I'm going to show you the progress that I have been making inside my creative journal. Hi, my name is Belinda. I'm the founder of Organize and Bless Mom, and I'm back with another creative idea. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you will know when a new video is posted. Friends, I thought I would show you how my creative journal is looking. This is the second creative journal for the year that I have done, and this is a Archer and Olive journal. This journal came in a subscription box. I think it was the Vintage Library subscription box. I wrote it back here from September 2023, so I had not had a chance to use it, and so I thought it would be really nice to use it as a creative journal. This journal is getting very chunky. I think I'm only going to be able to do a little bit more of September in here, and then it will be archived because it's getting too big for me to write in it. So here is my page. I wanted to show you just the approach that I've been taking inside this journal. So I did like the way this inside cover came out, this name page. I just added a bunch of stickers all about cafes and books and girls reading from different places. And then I did make my own stickers for my name, and I really liked the way that this page came out. I think this is like the name page is a very easy place to start to play and just get over the hump of what do I do with a blank page. So I did, in this journal, I did do a like initial cover page where I did put in Creative Journal 2024, and then I did use some of these printables are from Kelsey Lee. She is My Abiding Journal on YouTube and also on Instagram, and she does these printables on her Patreon. They're so beautiful. So I just did a little bit of those collages and then just put some of her washies, and then I used, I think, Simple Stories washi tape. So on this one, the first month that I started was in April. I've already done a previous flip through of my first creative journal for 2024. So if you want to go see it, or maybe it was 2020 2023, but I'll link it down below if you want to see more of my creative journal. So here we go. This is April, and I do use the mood tracker and the cover page provided by Helen from Journal with Purpose. So on Helen's Patreon, you can get these beautiful printables every month, and she already makes a mood tracker, and then she makes the basis of, you know, this cover page, and she also gives us journaling prompts. So you have one prompt for each day, a mixture of creative and, you know, written prompts that you can interpret. I always like to do prompts in my creative journal. I just think it gives me a starting point, because sometimes when you look at the blank page and you have so many supplies, you're like, where do I start? So I'm gonna explain a little bit of how I do that here when we go in. So this is my mood tracker for April. I just usually pick 3 or 4 colors, and then I do put the key down here, and then I just color it in every day. Sometimes I do get behind, but I always go back and determine, you know, what kind of a day I had, because I do like to see this mood tracker just completed. It just gives me such satisfaction. And this is the April cover. So what I do is I print this on white sticker paper, and so then I just cut it down, and it just covers up the entire, you know, dot grid in the back there. And then I stamped here with Catherine Pooler, and I think these are scrapbook.com numbers. These are some so I do print out the journaling prompts, and I just kind of mark off or highlight as I finish them. So my intention is always to do all the prompts, but that means I have to get into this journal every day, which normally doesn't happen. It's very rare. So for April, I did finish 6 prompts. So I am just celebrating that. I am not, uh, I'm letting go of guilt because 6 times that I sat down and I just practice creativity is a win. So the first thing is I made this little cover. I wanted to use this vellum. This vellum was something that came in an Archer and Olive package, and I usually never use vellum. And then I just put a bunch of stickers. These stickers are from Faywear Shop, I believe is the name. And then I just put some more stickers from Recollections back here just to give the page a decorative style. But then I just did a bunch of ink and some stickers just to do a fun collage. Just this, the whole point of having this creative journal is to create and just make art. My personal style of creative journaling is to write. I love to write, and then I love to either do a collage or put some kind of a page or art on this side. My personal preference is to put magazine cuttings on this side, but sometimes I do use, like in this case, scrapbook paper, which is something I really enjoy doing as well. And so this scrapbook paper was smaller than the 5.5 by 8 page, and I just covered it with some stickers. And so then I just started with the prompt. So this one was plans for April, and I just journal. One thing I don't like about these Archer and Olive journals is that they are not lined. Since I do journal, I like to have nice lines to keep my handwriting straight, but I've been able to make it work, and I'll show you what I've been doing to give myself lines inside this journal. The second prompt was a believe. I think it was the prompt. I'm gonna try not to take too long on each of these prompts, but oh, it was hand lettered quote. So what I did is I just hand lettered the lyrics of a song that I really like. This is a contemporary Christian artist, Charity Gale, and I love her song I Believe. I even put the album here. So it's just words that I want to remember of how God is faithful and he'll get us through the hard times of our life. Here's April 3rd. So sometimes I don't do a 2-page spread. I just do a one, especially when I'm really short on time. But I do like for them to match. So here's April 3rd and here's April 4th. I got these currently prompts from the My Abiding Journal set of cutouts. And then she had another prompt called Stationery Wish List, which I thought was really, really cool to do. And then I just put a bunch of different stickers. Here's April the 5th. So I think April the 5th was like a color. Fresh perspective. Oh, here it is. Fresh perspective. So I was talking about a perspective, and I did start out with a color theme. I kind of, there's might be like a paper or a sticker that I like and I want to use it. So then I just kind of group things together. I was kind of doing like blue and pinks together, and then I just kind of go through my stash of stuff and find items in that color scheme. So April 6th, I went ahead and I do like to do washi. I think this one had to do something with a tag, if I'm not mistaken. Decorative tag, yeah. So I decorated the tag, and then I just put a bunch of coffee stickers on here. And that was, I think, April 7th. I did April 7th. I didn't highlight it. That's great. I got one more in. April 7th, I was talking about, let's see what the prompt was. Hoping to improve. So hoping to improve. I think that was actually another prompt. something about this one looks like I was writing about my favorite spot or something. So, you know, oh, here we go. Yes, I used the prompt favorite spring spot. That's why. And so I talked about it and I did some cutouts from the magazines, and then I just put a couple of words that I liked and a quote here from the Happy Planner. So, you know, it's your journal, and you can use the prompts that you want. But usually I do try to stick to the prompts that Helen gives us. Then we go into July. So this was the mood tracker. It was like a big tropical leaf, and I really like the way that came out. It looks so fun. Here is the cover, July 2024. So in this time I was able to do 15 of the prompts. So practice makes perfect, right? And I started to do, instead of doing some kind of collage, I actually started to do like a monthly vision board. So this was my vision board for July, just the kind of things that inspire me, the kind of things that I envision July would include. And all these are magazine cutouts and words. I did stamp this, but I just really love the way these collages look. So here's July 1st, plans for July. So sometimes I get tired of writing out, and answering the prompt. So I just make a list. I think I've talked about that in my other creative journal flip throughs. You don't have to journal. You can just do lists, and that's perfectly fine as well. Here's July the 2nd. I think it was something that had to do with like calm. And so I picked one of these quotes that Helen gives us. It says, rest, breathe deeply, enjoy the moments of calm. And I just picked a bunch of different, these are some washi tape stickers that I got from Amazon. I'll link them down below. And it's just a book, and the stickers all come in the same color palette, so that helps a lot when you're trying to fill up the page. Also, I did put a big quote here so that I wouldn't have to write so much on this other side. Here's July the 3rd. The prompt was, who am I? And I talked about the things that I like to do and what I've kind of experienced in my life. I have here a piece of, it's like a big washi sheet, and then just some travel stickers from my collection. Here's July the 4th, and I used scrapbooking material. Some of these are papers, and then this is like a scrapbook card, matches this. This also comes from the scrapbook kit. And then I got some of these lemons from a magazine. I had seen this lemon and I wanted to use it, so I just saved it for when it would match my entry. And so since it was yellow, it matched the scrapbook kit that was yellow already. Here's July the 5th. Current emotions was the prompt. And so I just cut out this girl from the magazine. I did a little bit of stamping and just wrote about what I was feeling. Here's July the 6th. This one I wanted to use this really pretty fashion scrapbook cards. This is Cartabella. And I love this. It said, elegance is not standing out, but being remembered, Giorgio Armani. And I really liked to pair it with this washi tape, which is black, and is usually not a washi tape I use, but I like that it kind of brought out the black in the cards. So July the 7th is one of my favorites because I got to do what I really like to do, which is to just plop a big piece of cutout from a magazine. So this magazine, it was talking about how to make time for reading, and the prompt was feels daunting. And so I talked about how my read to be read list feels daunting to me because I have too many books on that list, and I put a little bit of that same article, a little cutout, and then I just put some stickers. So I really like this one. I think it looks really happy, and it was super easy because the writing's not too long, and then this part is kind of, you just put the big, just put it on there, and you have half of your spread done. Here's July the 8th. I don't remember what I used the prompt spreading my creative wings, and I talked about that, and I think it was some kind of prompt about blue and yellow, if not, yeah, blue and yellow was the prompt. So I like that. It gives me a starting point. So because the prompt was blue and yellow, it made me go look for those colors and use these really pretty scrapbook papers. Here's July 9th, moments of calm. So I just made a list of things that bring calm to me. And I found a picture since I know the prompt is calm, I went through my magazines and I said, what picture provides just a visual representation of calm? And I found this one, a very well organized drawer. So I love to see organized spaces, hence my handle name. So that brings me a lot of calm. Here is July the 10th. July the 10th has to do with mixed media. So I did acrylic paint. Acrylic paint was the thing. So I just put some acrylic paint, some brown and some beigey yellow, and then it's kind of like, what do I do? What do I do with this acrylic paint? Because I do not like messy pages. So I tend not to use any paint or any watercolor because I don't like mess. But I went ahead and did it. It was out of my comfort zone. And then I just put my favorite things, which is a couple of stickers and a couple of stamps. And then I went to town with these. I wanted to use these labels from the sticker book, and I just picked quote, progress is being made, and I talked about how I'm making progress in different areas of my life. July 11th, things I'm putting off. So here I made another list, and then a really pretty graphic over here with some wrong scrapbook material. Wrong has a paper pad, and on bad days there's always lipstick. So I talked about what I'm putting off, and I just kind of carried that same theme over on this side. July the 12th was to use a packaging. Yes, so I had been saving this packaging from a candle that I bought at Barnes and Noble's. It smells amazing, and it's called something like bookish candle or something, and it smells so pretty. And the packaging, the box of that candle was so beautiful. And so I talked about that candle and how pretty the packaging was and how much I'm enjoying that candle. And then these bookish stickers, I just was able to bring them out from one of the wrong sticker books that I've had on my shelf for a while. Here's July 13th, feeling drawn to. So I talked about what I was feeling drawn to do in this time. And I wanted to use up these stickers from the Happy Planner. So I was able to use up all those boxes and just make a border around the page. Here's July 14th. So I cut out a little quote from a Dayspring card, and it was like layers was the prompt. So this was the first time I had ever made these layers, so I just glued down different paper, and this is like a magazine background. Put one of the illustrated girls here, Illustrated Faith girls, and then just talked about how I was, it was out of my comfort zone to try this layered approach, but it kind of turned out pretty well. And I put one of the quotes was growth, not perfection. Here's July 15th. I think this was the last one in July. Yep. and it says giving myself permission to. So here I just wrote in, put some washi, this is washi paper, and then just made a little collage over here and called it done. I used to feel really bad when I didn't do all the prompts, but I am happy with the 15 days that I was able to invest in being creative. Here's August. So August, here's my mood tracker. August was a hard month because I had to go through surgery that month, but I did manage to do a couple of pages in my creative journal. So I think it was about 15 pages. This time I kind of scattered around and just picked the ones that I could do. This was my vision board for August. It was all about taking care of myself, staying healthy, getting rest, especially since I was gonna have to rest after surgery. So I kind of picked pictures that would remind me to take care of my body. So plans for August was the first prompt, and I kind of grouped different plans that I had for the month. The second prompt was favorite colors. So my favorite colors are just like neutrals and browns and pinks. So that's the color scheme I went with. Here is prompt number 3 was a moment. So I wanted to talk about the happy moments we had for the year up to this point. So I just picked a couple of pictures of things that we've done here locally. Here is prompt number 4. Prompt number 4 was overlapping, and I had a bunch of these cat stickers that I wanted to use because I knew that if I didn't use them, they're just gonna sit there. And I just found, I just searched for a quote: women and cats will do as they please, and men and dogs should relax and get used to the idea. So I found this quote just to finish off the page. Here's August 5th. I started to use those Lolo Yaya travel stickers. I did a whole unboxing of those. If you haven't seen it, I have it here on my channel. So we were talking about how brighter days are coming, and I used these really pretty stickers to brighten my day that day. August 6th, the prompt was I chose learning to listen to my body. So I was talking about how, you know, I'm doing that, and I did use this paper is from the Lolo Yaya, as well as the sticker. So I tried to use kind of happy colors for, you know, a hard time in my life. At this point, I had already gone through surgery, so it was a challenge. The 7th prompt was excites me, or what am I excited about? And I really love this page. I got this is a 6x8 paper pad from Simple Stories, and it's travel related. And then I just sprinkled some travel stickers over on this side, and I talked about what I'm excited to do, which is to travel. August 8th, the 8th prompt was vintage. It was vintage, and I chose the prompt time spent creating is always worthwhile. So I talked about how I've been enjoying coloring and doing different things, and then I just used a bunch of different vintage ephemera and stickers from Rong Rong. Here's August 9th. The prompt was here and now. So I did find this ephemera. It said healing takes time. So I talked about that, you know, how I had just had surgery maybe 2 days after, no, maybe like 3 or 4 days after that. But this was the first time I went out in public after my surgery. So although I looked put together, my body was still a little bit in pain. But I talked about, you know, how I need to take it easy. Here's May 10th, and May 10th the prompt was minimalist. So this one was challenging. I can say that because I do tend to like to have like full pages. I try sometimes to leave white space, but for the most part, they're pretty full. So I tried my best to keep it really minimal, and I talked about how, that sometimes is, uncomfortable when we're asked to do things. So just make the most of every moment. So the 11th prompt was what scares me. So I talked about different things here, and I just plopped another sheet from a magazine. I just thought that looks like a lady contemplating what things scare her in her life. On the 15th, the prompt was why keep a journal. So this was one of my favorite pages. These are all Lolo Yoya stickers, and I really love the way that it turned out. This is paper from a paper pad that I found at Joann's. It was on clearance, and then I just put a bunch of different things that remind me of journals, and that was my page. I really like it. We're getting close to the end here. So this is August 16th. I did share this page on my Instagram. The prompt was fashion, so I just put my fashion faves or my fashion favorites, and I cut out a group of different things from a catalog that I get every month, and I just kind of labeled what I liked about the picture, and that was my spread. So kind of very little journaling, but still fun to create. A new direction was the prompt for the 17th, and I just put a big piece of 6x8 scrapbook paper, and I journaled over here about that new direction. August the 23rd, it was this time last year. I love this prompt. Once in a while, Helen will recycle this prompt for us, and I love it because I get to go back to this date or close to that date and see what was I doing. So last year, a year ago, I was talking about my Archer and Olive, and I was starting school with my kids. I homeschooled them. I was drinking pumpkin chai. We were going to the library. We were eating Mexican food, and I was wearing my favorite oatmeal blazer jacket. So it's really fun to see what was I doing a year ago. August 25th, also one of the ones that I really liked and that I shared on Instagram. I have this paper pad that I had just bought from Joann's, and it has a little bit of gold foiling. I picked a really nice picture that I liked because the prompt was beautiful. So I talked about how beautiful I think fresh flowers look on my desk. August 27th, the prompt was growth. I believe it was growth. So I talked about growth habits, and I took just a cutout from a magazine and some scrapbook paper, some ephemera, some stickers, and then I just wrote the list of 5 things that I think are habits that are helping me grow. On August 28th, I believe the prompt was like stamps, and so I just took a bunch of stamps and made little clusters, put a little border, and found this. This is one of the, so Helen provides different prompts or quotes, and so this one says journaling helps us to make sense of the world, and that's what I talked about over here on this page. And then this is the end. So the end of month review is usually the last page or the last prompt in Helen's prompt. So I talked about all the yummy food, the Legos that my kids are building, how many times we went to Buc-ee's, different things happening in my church, and the surgeries that my husband and I had. So that drops us off here to September. So I'll save September because I am a little behind. So I hope to show you what I did in September. So that is the progress that I have so far. I don't have too many, I don't think I have much space left in here because this is getting really chunky, and when I try to write on, that's primarily why I write on the right side, because this is still flat. versus on the left side, because this one is very bulky from all the different things. All right, friends, as always, if you like the video, please leave me a like. And if you have any questions or would like to comment, or just let me know if you enjoyed the flip through, please let me know. It's very fun to do flip throughs. I like to get ideas, and I like to share my pages just to provide ideas for you as well. This is your reminder to get those magazines and cut them up and give them more life as you put them into your journal. Use those stickers, use those washies, and whatever else materials that you have. Just make some time to create and enjoy it. All right, friends, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.